I knew that my passion was for law when I came back from my first law clerk job, and I was excited about it. I was a waitress before law school, and I loved it, but I was playing the role of a hostess all day. And I think the key to finding your passion and finding your calling is to find a job where you don't have to put on a face and you don't have to play a role. And that's exactly what I found when I became a law clerk. When I was in high school and my sister was 4 or 5 years old and she was really thin and getting really sick, and we took her to the doctor, and she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And it was devastating at first because I was watching this beautiful little 5-year-old, and she would have a life of needles and checking ketones, and I was scared for her. But now she's about to graduate from high school. She's doing wonderfully, and it taught me 2 things. One, people can have, illnesses and disabilities, but it doesn't define who they are. Your life can still be wonderful, and there are ways that people can help you overcome those things. But also, just because a disability is invisible doesn't mean that someone isn't affected by it. So I learned from my sister to really get to know someone and listen to their story before you judge them, because invisible disabilities can be just as challenging. I think one of the most important, but also one of the most difficult things for clients to keep in mind when their case is starting is that patience can really pay off in the end. Just like it takes your body time to recover after an accident, it also takes the judicial system time to work your case out. And the last thing I want to happen is for a client to settle a case before it's ready to be settled and then find out months later that they have to undergo a major surgery. So it's key to remember that patience can really pay off. After a long week at the office, I really crave a creative outlet. So I like to paint. My sisters and I all paint. I really love that. And I also like to cook. My specialty is Italian food. I studied abroad in Italy, and I learned there how to cook, and I love it. To me, the most beautiful place in Alabama, hands down, is the Main Street in Eufaula. The Main Street is lined with beautiful antebellum homes, and there's a median in the middle with these gorgeous trees. It's like driving back in time. And I grew up outside of Philadelphia, so those types of homes and a street that beautiful, you just don't see it up there. So my favorite place is Eufaula. I live in Birmingham, and my husband's from Barber County, so I travel in Alabama a lot. When I'm out in the community and I introduce myself and I say that I work at Ferris, Riley & Pitt, someone's face will light up and they'll say, "Oh, Kirby Ferris helped me 15 years ago," or "Brett Turnbull really helped me 3 years ago." And it makes me so proud that I'm part of something that leaves a long-term impact on not just the community as a whole, but individual families, these people that I'm talking to right in front of me, and they know where I work and they know what we've done. And that fuels me and keeps me coming back every day.